How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Foggins, Media Corner, back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for this series is going to be my review on the 2024 romantic comedy film, and that is Mother of the Bride. This stars Brooke Shields, in which she plays a woman named Lana, and she has a daughter named Emma, played by Miranda Cosgrove, and she returns from London and announces that she's getting married next month. And things start to become more complicated for Lana because she learns that the man who stole Emma's heart is in fact the son of the man who broke her heart years ago, and this man's name Will, played by Bratt. So that's pretty much the story of Mother of the Bride. Now, this is the latest film from director Mark Waters, in which we all know him as the director of the original Mean Girls and 2003's Freaky Friday, which I really enjoyed both of those movies. However, in recent years, for some of his recent works he's been doing lately, they have been pretty much misfires when it came to some of his recent works. Like, the last film he did was a remake, which was He's All That, which is the remake to She's All That. And you guys may know how I feel about that movie, because that movie was just complete garbage. So when I heard he was making a new movie with Netflix, I just honestly did not know what to expect from this one, because I did not see a single trailer for this movie going into this one. But I did check out this movie just a couple months after it was released on Netflix, which it came out back in May of this year. And after viewing this movie at home, unfortunately, this is definitely another misfire that Mark Waters has made here, and this is definitely another nail to the chalkboard to other stinkers of rom-coms that I've seen here, because this movie was just complete garbage here. And also, don't be fooled going into this film here thinking this has anything in common with Father of the Bride, since the title is called Mother of the Bride here, because this film has nothing to do with Father of the Bride whatsoever. But if this movie tried to be like that here, it would have been worse in every conceivable way here. First off, Brooke Shields, who I do like this actress here. Here in this movie, she just felt really awkward here from what she's going through in the film once she reunites with her ex-boyfriend that she's known from her teenage years. And for everything that she does in the film here, just makes this film incredibly awkward here from what she does here. Like, she stumbles over things, she falls into water, and the way she interacts with other characters in the film just doesn't come off as that sweet. It just comes off as just odd, and that's the way I can describe this whole movie here. It just feels so odd here. And Bratt is in this movie, as I mentioned before, and he was fine here, but his chemistry with Brooke Shields in the film here just felt so awkward. And Rachel Harris, who I do like this actress, she is pretty funny. She does provide a few of the jokes here and there in the film, and none of them were even that funny, and yeah, she just wasn't even good in this movie. And Miranda Cosgrove is in this movie, as I mentioned before, and she was fine here, where she plays Brooke Shields' daughter in the film. And Chad Michael Murray, who we knew him as a heartthrob from the 90s and the 2000s, here in the film, he was fine, but his storyline just felt like it didn't even need to be belonged in the film here, because I just found it so uninteresting, where it's basically this whole like love triangle conflict, and the way it was played out just felt so uninteresting. And yeah, it just felt like it didn't go anywhere else once the film starts to represent that. And everyone else in the film, yeah, they just felt surface level, and yeah, they just felt horrendous when it came to some of the jokes in the film, which none of them were even that funny. And speaking of the jokes, they just fall completely flat to the ground here. Like, you've got one where Brooke Shields falls into a koi pond, and you've got one where she plays a game of pickleball with Bratt, and she accidentally hits him in the nuts with a pickleball, and that was just completely awful. And as for the other jokes that we do see being played off in the film here from various other characters who were in this film, they just didn't land so properly in this movie here, and again they just weren't even that funny here. And when it comes to its story here, it just has nothing new here, because it's something that we've already seen before in the past within these types of like romantic comedies. And yeah, it does tend to have a few essence from like other films, like has like an essence from like a comedy where it has something to do about your child growing up and you have to let them go when they get older. And it has one where it's like a romantic comedy that has something to do with like rekindle your long lost love. And you've got one where it has like an esque romp of like Meet the Parents, filled with awkward situations. And the best way I can describe this whole storytelling here is that it's just jack of all trades, master of none, because it's filled with certain amounts of predictability and classic tropes and cliches here and there in this film. Yeah. So all in all, Mother of the Bride, this is definitely another stinker when it comes to rom-coms, and definitely another one of like Netflix's worst like rom-coms I've ever seen here. But if you're a fan of like rom-coms or any of the stars here, this one might be a cup of tea here. But in all honesty, this is one I don't even really recommend this one in the slightest here, because this film is just an absolute dumpster fire here. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Mother of the Bride. Mother of the Bride is another movie of this year to get a half out of 5. Like I said, this one was just an absolute dumpster fire here, and this is definitely another one of Netflix's worst rom-coms they've made here, and this is definitely by far their worst movie that they released so far for 2024 here as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After I Saw review on Mother of the Bride, and let me know what you think of this movie if you have seen this already or just recently checked this out. Did you have a good time watching this one, or did you just downright hate this one like me? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Falcon's Media Corner signing off.